Hi, it's Pete Moore. Welcome to PCM Guns. Okay, what we have here is a rather unusually known rifle called a Stribog. It's basically made in a company called Grand Power, who we first saw producing long barrel pistols for the UK market. They're a Slovakian company, and the Stribog was originally designed by them as what's called a PDW, personal defence weapon. Short, compact sort of submachine gun, submachine carbine, that sort of thing, for tank crews, dispatch riders, or people doing security need a compact weapon. The original guns came in three different options. You had a 10-inch barrel, 12-inch barrel, and a 16.5-inch barrel in a number of calibers that included 9mm, 10mm auto, 45 ACP, and some other ones as well. The whole point of this rifle, which is called the TR22, is they build it as a training rifle for the centerfire guns. But from the point of view of the UK market, to say it's a semi-auto only, you have a compact little 2.2 semi that should be able to go toe-to-toe with the AR-15s and the guns like that around there for people who shoot action and practical. Now, there's a few caveats on this rifle from the point of view of build. This is a 12-inch model, and the butt on some of the guns is folding. Because it's a 12-inch gun, if the butt is fixed out, you cannot move it, which means it comes as a large firearm, a minimum overall length 24 inches, minimum barrel length 12 inches. So if you were to go and buy a 16.5-inch Stribog, you could get the one folding stock. So that's it. First of all, I didn't really like it. I thought this is a funny little thing, but the more you look at it and see how it's laid out, the more it starts to sort of, should we say, come onto you. But let's have a closer look. Rifle comes with a fixed butt, L-shaped. It looks quite basic, but oddly enough, it feels a lot nicer than it is. Magpul, the American company, do a stock called a Zhukov, which is designed to fit all current AKs, and it offers a telescopic and a height adjustable comb. And they also do a variant for this, and I've seen them advertised in the UK, and I imagine they are a bit better, but quite frankly I quite like this the way it is, so it looks a bit skinny. All this here, the lower, is polymer, as you can see, nicely textured, very AR-15 type grip, but you can't swap them around. This is one complete casting here. But what you do get is ambidextrous controls. There's your safety, like an AR-15, mag button, bolt hold open, bolt release catch, like so. If we spin it round, you see it's exactly the same on the other side. Mag catch, bolt release, safety catch. The only one slight difference is that the cocking handle on this takes a tip from the FN Scar and is forward, and you pull it back and just release. But by pressing a little plunger in here, you can pull this cocking handle out and stick it on the other side if, for instance, you prefer that. I mean, I'm a right-hander, so I find, from my point of view, a left-handed cocking handle is perfect, so I can keep control of the rifle with my shooting hand and arm and do the business, but it's entirely up to you. Up top is a full-length Picatinny rail, which is quite nice. If you're wondering what this is a Leopold prismatic. It's a 1x14 fixed power microscope, and it's a bit like having a red dot but with a proper reticle, though you can illuminate this. And I find, actually, I've been using this for quite some time on my various 2.2 ARs and things. I actually refer it to a red dot. Iron sights come as standard with the rifle, but they are very primitive. You've got a flip up post. I'll just take this off. And you've got a flip up aperture. They're non-adjustable, so they are, I suppose, good for getting started with, but they are very, very basic and really very, very thick. The body of the rifle is made from one piece of aluminium, which is good. Moving up here, it has like you could call it a ventilated forend. I think it might be M-lock, but I'm not sure. And you've got that's the 12-inch barrel. Muzzle cap on the end shows a 1/2x28 UNEF thread, so you can put a moderator on it or something sexy like that. And that's really the rifle. From the box, the rifle comes with two 25 round magazines, like so. They remind me of the GSG mags for their MP5 series. I'm not sure if they are, but they look very much like them. Typically, which is good for a 2.2 long rifle, you have a pull down follower, which makes it easier to load and also more efficient to load. You get an automatic last round hold open combined with bolt release, and I've been running a good few loads through this rifle, and I have noticed that it does have a preference for, should we say, medium power ammunition. I tried some sort of match type. It won't shoot subsonics, and this is not the gun to shoot subs through, but my old Smith & Wesson AR-15 1522 would shoot subs all day long. But this seems to have much more of a heavier spring in it, so therefore I'm assuming that, and a quite a heavy bolt as well, and say it works with high velocity 40 grain, standard medium velocity 40 grain, that sort of thing, and that's where I'd be running that. I wouldn't be bothered trying to put some fancy stuff in. I mean, it does shoot some of the match 2.2 loads, not you'd really need it in this, but you don't get last round hold open on it, so just stick with Garn variety standard or high velocity 40 grain and that'll do you nicely. Strip the rifle, get a punch, push out the rear pin, pretty much like an AR-15, hinge down the lower, give that a little hit, drops off. With the cocking handle, push the working parts backwards, and you're done. Assembly's in reverse. You can see the quite heavy bolt. Slides in like so. There's your stock. In like so. And just pushes up. Then shut that. That's your pin back in. So what do I think of the Stribog? It sort of grew on me. At first I didn't like it, I didn't really like the looks, but the more I shot it and found it's very handy, nice and pointable, mag changes are easy, ambi controls are really good, and I generally think that if you don't want to buy an AR-15 2.2 long rifle clone, because some people just like to be different, this is not a bad gun to consider. I'd probably keep it in a 12 inch barrel version and live with the fixed out stock. Maybe get a Zukov for it, but I doubt it, because it's got a good length of pull, nice hand position, and that's really all you need. Okay, so that's the Stribog Grand Power TR22 2.2 semi-auto. Different, funny name, well worth a look. Okay, I hope you liked that and enjoyed it. If you did, tell your friends. Tell me if you didn't like it, the usual thing. Support and like my channel would be great. And as ever, if you want to speak to me, it's pmoore.shootingsports@gmail.com. And as ever, I'll catch you later with more good stuff. And as always, be safe, shoot straight.